Greetings everyone, here's Lodrick again, and this is a game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play by email match against KilRoy. This is a new match, so new, not more, but on the new game version 27, the new slightly changed map. But scenario 1 with no other modification, only that Americans have working torpedoes at the start of the war already. And these are the last days of February, so I hopefully maybe can take Batavia today. The Surabaya Dutch army is already defeated 2-3 times, so they are no threat more for me. This will then also finish the operations in Java. Here is one of my blockade task forces for Perth. Finally catching, after a long time, some cargo ships. Only 2 of them. Still 2 cargo ships sunk west of Perth. And KilRoy still hunt my patrol boats at the moment. But I also find a cruiser mine layer. I mean, this is normally a cargo ship, but rebuilt for mine laying operations. This is heavily damaged, but so far afloat. But incoming or outgoing tanker out of Hawaii hit. Heavy damage but no fire, so I think it's an empty cargo ship, so it's maybe going back to the west coast of California. Still, with a little luck it will sink, or it must go back to Pearl Harbor and stay there for 1 or 2 months and repair. In Makassar, I'm loading my troops already, so but one, I think, Dutch submarine trying to intercept here. We also heavy battleships. Heavy hits, heavy damage for the submarine. Maybe no base to repair more. Next base is maybe Darwin. More unloading at Cebu, but these are only, I think, supplies. There's also an American submarine at Cormac, but nothing happened. No attack, no sinking. So my long range patrol boats still trying to find enemy shipping with a little luck also attacking. In there, there's still some forces in Borneo I must kill, so I asked Singapore to send some bombers over. And also out of Palm Bank. Hopefully these are the really last units, so that I don't must waste my highly trained Navy bombers for this kind of operations. So today I make a full airstrike, I think, for port, or maybe port, I'm not so sure. So I make a strike, losing here some dive bombers because there's heavy flak. But also this was no port strike, yeah. So California is here in port. I think there was 2 or 3 torpedo hits on the California, maybe even 4, I'm not more sure. So the ship was, I think, heavily damaged, is now here in port. It's still heavily damaged, of course. Not that the 250 kilogram. So I need normally 800 kilogram bomb hits on California to really do damage. But maybe I can start a fire, and this will have maybe a good impact, because this is there's no big port to really firefight something. A lot of counter attacks still. Why not? So maybe also patrol boats are here, and still some more destroyers. So this is out of melee, so it's a 0 hex range Navy strike, and why not? Problem is only that these are destroyers and they are not easy to hit with torpedoes. Last day I had luck, today they miss. Yeah, if my air force out of melee cannot hit the target, then I send my carriers. They are only maybe low on torpedoes already. And they're also very skillfully not hitting the target. Pity. One Wildcat still try to hold. But engine problem, so then nothing happened. So I get here now only 250 kilogram bomb hits. Not the 800 I need normally. So again, 3 more hits on the California, but not. I don't know. There's a. I think this must be. There's a dice roll check if you load 800 or the 250 kilogram bombs. If you make a port attack with your Kate bombers, because they can carry 800 if they make a port strike. At least I create some fire on the California. And I'm not sure if the system damage is high, then you can also not make firefighting more, and then the firefighting simply consumes the ship over time. So it's sinking sound, but it's now really impossible to say if this is now California or any other ship. Good, some unloading here in the source. One of the last free allied port in South China. So I try to kick out these Chinese forces, send them back to Hanoi. Yeah. Chang bombardment. In Kungchang, the Mongolian and the 1st Japanese Army meeting here, so I have here 3 full divisions. And that is simply, of course, far too much for all Chinese. So, nearly no losses on my side. Not much really to kill, but I send them back to the mountains and then stay there. I don't go there. My cleanup division also arrived to free up all peasant rebels here south of Henan. Nothing really hard, quite complicated. 1 hex free, 1 more to go. Here was a leftover Chinese army division, also now destroyed. Here we're blocking each other. Cebu is only bombardment. I think I wait for reinforcements. Nomaya bombardment. Central New Caledonian also bombardment. And it was all. So I know where the California is. I know that California not sunk so far. But I also know that California is heavily damaged and on fire. And there's normally no way to escape. I can bombard and make port strikes 2-3 days, hopefully. And if I make 1 or 2 more 800 kilogram bomb hit on California, I think it's over. I only need a heavy fire and then the ship is dead, I think. At least I can hope so. So air losses now today, of course, high for me. I mean, not much, but I had here simply very high flag losses because KilRoy have a lot of flag power on this small island. So I'm losing here a lot of aircraft. I cannot really destroy it too much. St. Louis had some torpedo here hits some days ago, now officially sunk, but I really don't know if this is true. I can only say that I lost here 9 pilots, but yeah, it's airstrike on enemy base. Not really much here to say. I took the base, no damage, not so important the base, but I take the base. Yeah, there's still more Chinese units, but I think it's simply I have here now some coastal battery and other stuff. These are the Vietnamese, no, this is my Indian, Japanese troops, and then you have also this Vietnamese. They cannot walk, they are fixed, they are static, but at least they can defend. So no attack on Batavia today. I maybe wait to let my units rest. Here was a Dutch sub getting heavily damaged, but who knows where it is now. No airstrike on these ships. They're still running here around. And maybe KilRoy here try to unload more troops to increase his position or build up his position. My carriers are more or less here in blockade position. All of Marshall Islands are now under the potential strike range of my carriers. And I try to stay here in shallow water that the allied subs they are here are all around. They don't have a let's say chance to survive an attack. They can still attack me, but if they do this, then maybe I can strike back. So, yeah, patrol boats are here. This is normally targets my aircraft don't want to take. I still see a lot of ships in port, so 24 ships are in port. And a lot of aircraft are also here, but port is damaged, and normally if the port is damaged, the port cannot help a ship to repair. So I want simply only increase the fire damage on California, and then all I must do is wait. Good, and see you next time. Take care, bye bye.